Hello everyone. 5th of July, we witnessed a very interesting game between Gukesh and Magnus Carlsen. This happened in Croatia at the Superunited Rapid and Blitz, which is a part of the Grand Chess Tour. And Gukesh and Magnus were in the same team in Dubai at the Global Chess League. And at some point, Gukesh wasn't doing well in that event. He scored 2 out of 10. The event ended, and nearly 5 players from Dubai took a flight to Croatia to play here. Vishy, Gukesh, Magnus, Duda, Nepo. And once they reached there, Gukesh and Magnus were pitted against each other in the first round itself. And I am currently in Bangalore. Yesterday, when the game happened, I was there with Arjun Erigaisi. There is an event with his sponsor, Quant Box, which was held, and I was there covering it. And I sat down with Arjun and I said, let's have a look at this game together. Where did Gukesh, you know, play good moves? Where did he go wrong? Where did Magnus do well? And so I analyzed with him, and I want to share this game with you because I think it was very, very interesting. So Gukesh has the white pieces. Magnus is black. E4, C5, knight F3, knight C6. And now Gukesh decides to play the Rosolimo. He doesn't go for the standard way of playing here with open Sicilian D4. He goes bishop B5. Magnus goes G6. Castles, bishop G7. And now Gukesh builds up a center with C3 D4. Magnus attacks this pawn. Rook E1 defending it. Castles D4. Now, there are two ways to play here for black. One is to take, and play D5. The downside of it is that after E5, the knight gets the C3 square. Or the way in which Magnus played, directly D5, hitting the center, and after pawn push to come here knight E4 in the center. Gukesh played bishop E3, CD, this is all well known theory. And here after queen B6, I think this position has reached several times in over the board play. I just checked the live database here. And in fact, it has been played 105 times, this position. And Gukesh, in fact, has played this with black as well. And more 80 games have continued bishop c6. But I think Gukesh took some time before making this move. And now Magnus captured with the queen. You could also take with the pawn. It is quite possible. So queen takes. And now he played knight bd2. He went bishop f5 and knight b3 was played, which was not the most accurate move in the position. And Arjun, and by the way, we are already in new position now, hasn't been seen before. And Arjun quite liked Magnus's next move. He mentioned that this was a very cool move. So you may want to just think, what did Magnus do here with black? Magnus found this move b6. And in some ways, he's taking control, sort of dominating this knight on b3, which cannot go to these two squares. Gukesh should have instantly sort of, improved the position of his knight, perhaps here, or maybe knight e2, moving to f4 perhaps. But he went knight h4, bishop e6, and now he played this move f3. And he told Magnus that your knight is trapped in the center of the board. So here is the next question. What did Magnus play here? It's the only move, but it's a very strong move. Magnus went for g5. And now this knight is also trapped. So you take, I take. He took. And now the problem is, if you play ed, then after bishop d5, this is a very strong battery. So you cannot take. He went bishop g5 here. Perhaps a better idea was to start with rook c1. But he went bishop g5, attacking this pawn as well as this pawn. And now Magnus found another good move. he played f6. This is where I think Arjun was keen on taking. He said Gukesh should have taken. Pawn takes and then take here as well. Bishop d5. And he said you take here. Bishop g2. And sort of play this position, which is, you have kind of destroyed the black center. White king is in trouble, but for the time being he's safe, and the position is interesting. It is better for black, but not so much. But rook c1 was played by Gukesh. Queen b7, and now he just took here. So Magnus first took the pawn, and now Gukesh moved his rook up. He has two ideas with this move. One is he wants to double down the c file. Second is maybe he can swing the rook over at some point for the attack. Now a good move here was to take this when black is doing very well. But instead he went f5. And Gukesh was sort of getting back in the game. He played bishop g5 to stop f4, but Magnus anyway played it. And then Gukesh played queen c2. And he said to Gukesh that, Gukesh played queen c2 and he said to Magnus that I have two threats now. I'm going rook c7 and queen e4. And I allowed Magnus's next move. Very, very strong. He finds this move h6. And now the first question that should come to your mind is, why not rook c7? And what had Magnus prepared here? Rook a c8. Brilliant defense, If you take the queen, I'll take your queen. And I have a rook which is very powerful here, looking at b2 and g2. Very strong play. So Gukesh had to go bishop h4. And now he played e3. And once again, the same concept. Rook c7 doesn't work out because of rook c8. These are little details which Magnus sees so well that now Gukesh's position is lost. Queen came to g6, attacking this bishop. He went queen d7. Rook c1, now seriously threatening this move. He took this AB and won the pawn. Rook c7. Rook a8. Bishop e1, and he took the pawn. And now after takes queen f5, offering a trade, Gukesh went, trying to take here, but Magnus opened up the king. Takes, queen e6, king h7, h3, but already the king was getting checkmated. And here Gukesh resigned, his king was in trouble, and Magnus managed to win a very nice game. I think Magnus's play was very inspired, very nicely done. Gukesh played with imagination, but could not play so well. The story of the day is Gukesh drew his remaining two games. There were 3 rapid games on day 1. He drew with Nepo and Firouzja. So he has steadied his boat a bit and will be looking to win on day 2. But the big news is that Vishy Anand is solely leading the tournament with 2.5 out of 3 by beating Rapport and Lupulescu and drawing against Firouzja. Maybe I'll make another video from the airport on Vishy Anand's games. But for now, I hope you enjoyed this battle between Gukesh and Magnus Carlsen. Until then, guys, see you. Bye bye.